Hello there, everyone, and welcome to tonight's UW Games of the Week for Rocket League and Overwatch. Tonight's scheduled matches are going to be the University of Washington versus the University of Ottawa for Rocket League, and for Overwatch, we're going to have Northwood University versus UW. Our UW esports program seeks to build and foster community, open doors to the vast career opportunities in the field of gaming, and promote the virtues of healthy competition. Through esports, we are able to communicate with one another, forming and developing digital communities so necessary in the challenging times we are facing. We hope you enjoy being a part of our community, and we invite you to get more involved. Follow us here, as well as on our social channels at U of WA Esports. Now, to introduce ourselves, I'm Caleb, or Hydra K9, and I am currently a freshman at the University of Washington. I'm going to be one of your casters tonight.
And I'm Andrew, otherwise known as Rohasshiki or Roha. I'm currently a senior at the University of Washington, and I'll be your other caster for the day. Now, we know these two teams, both very good teams. I don't remember the last time they played, but I do know, obviously, they're both very good. I do think these were the playoffs, so we're talking about a pretty high level of game here.
Yeah, really excited to get into it. It's going to be fun Rocket League to watch. Definitely high-level competition from these two teams. What are some things you're looking for from UW out of the gate?
I mean, out of the gate, you know, UW's so known for their kind of really hyper-offensive playstyle, super strong out of this kickoff, and you know, I really want to just see them apply that offensive pressure that they're so known for doing. You know, get those early offensive clears, push up on counterattacks, and really have some good build-up play. You know, keep them on their toes. Yeah,
definitely. I'm definitely looking for that hyper-aggressive offense. It's always fun to watch them kind of have that barrage of an offense, attack after attack. Watching that defense get on their heels and get a little uncomfortable, it's a good showing. So hopefully we see some of that tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and with that, I think we can get into game one here.
The game already.
Or at least we did. I don't know about you guys.
Actually, yeah, I don't know if they saw what happened. But there was an early kickoff goal, actually, for University of Ottawa. Maybe a little bit of trouble on the horizon for UW.
Yeah, I mean, I hope that's not an event for premonitions for events to come. Definitely not something we want to see more of.
I mean, what I will say is, you know, kickoff goals happen, even at the highest level. Sometimes you just get caught off on a bad kickoff. The other team plays it really well. And, you know, it's normally not an indication of a better team or a stronger side. It just kind of happens sometimes. And so, you know, I don't think it means too much going forward, but it does mean UW's going to be starting that game down a goal.
Yeah, and definitely brings up a point. What is your opinion on the speed flip kickoff?
The speed flip, very, very infamous, I would say, recently, or since Musty popularized it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it's cool for what it is. I don't like the people that just do it every time, because obviously once you know it's happening, it's easy to counter. But, okay, I think we're going to be getting back into the game here.
Hopefully everyone gets to see that goal.
There it is, watching that kickoff goal one more time.
A little bit unfortunate for UW there, just a rough kickoff. It happens to the best of them. We'll see another one here.
Very early play there for University of Ottawa. They're going to have control of the ball here for a little bit. Maybe a bit of a passing play, but not going to get there. And Vixie clears it out to the corner.
Yeah, definitely we're seeing a lot more of that offensive barrage from Ottawa here than we see from UW, and a very close second goal.
Yeah, UW looks a little bit confused right now. They're kind of scrambling on defense. Ottawa doing a great job keeping the ball in their half, and honestly, UW looking a little bit confused.
Now, the last set of games that I casted for definitely saw this same UW stuck on their heels, stuck in that defensive rut, and getting kind of pounded on defense by the other team's offense. So hopefully we see a bit of a step up here from them getting into the later parts of the game.
If I do remember, actually, in last week's set, UW did have a bit of a comeback, right?
Yes, yeah. It was a reverse sweep from them. Very impressive.
You know, if there's anything we do know about UW, it is their resilience. They're very good at staying in the games, even when they're down, even when things don't look great for them, and really trying to, you know, learn and adapt to their opponents.
Yes, and once they find those holes in that defense, and once they start to get that speed picked up, they're an unstoppable force.
Yeah, they really just got to get the momentum going, which unfortunately they haven't found here quite yet, as University of Ottawa doing a great job playing defense and applying pressure.
Very dangerous situation there. It looks like UW's stuck on Boost.
They are low on boost, and because of that, they're getting beat to a lot of these balls in the air.
It's essential that they get it out of their own half here so they can get that time to collect some boost, get the rotations back, and get out of that panic mode that it seems like they're in.
They're doing a good job here, just keeping it up high and really playing the ball, not a possession-based game per se, but really just making sure it's in kind of a dead zone where it's not really threatening their goal.
And they're definitely doing a good job of, when they're low on boost, forcing Ottawa to use their boost and playing those balls up high, forcing high aerials, just to kind of even out that playing field.
I mean, yeah, we talk about this all the time, right? In Rocket League, it's not always about hitting the ball. It's sometimes just being in the right place at the right time. And that's a great shot, actually, on target.
That is an example of Ottawa's defense being in the wrong place at the right time for UW there.
Yeah, they looked a little bit too committed forward on that play. UW finding the gap and exploiting it.
Quick touch over. Dangerous ball for UW here.
Dixie with a great save, but he's going to have to play goalkeeper one more time. Pops it up high. And University of Ottawa not there to shoot it.
I mean, we're seeing Ottawa caught on their heels a little bit here coming after that goal. Maybe they weren't expecting UW to bring it a little bit harder, but looks like they're struggling here a little bit. And as I say that, a ball placed in a perfect spot, just almost undefendable there. That read off
that
the
is such a hard ball to defend when you're the guy in the net. The guy who's coming from the field has such a better angle to read where that ball is going and get up to it.
I mean, if you've ever played Rocket League, you know that that ball came as I say that.
Goodness.
A quick return from Wizard there.
University of Washington with a great passing play and great power to slot that in. The defender got a touch on it, but it wasn't enough.
Wow, bringing it right back, showing they can give it back for sure.
Almost another opportunity there, and UW now suddenly with all the momentum coming off of that quick goal.
And as I was saying, that camera can get real wonky, so those balls off that backboard as a defender can be real tough to read. Very impressive defensive skills from these high-level players, being able to read those balls bouncing in all sorts of different directions.
I mean, you see, even at the highest level, like pro level, you know, the person in net almost always gets beat. And that's a great finish there. Wizard with the beautiful top bins, upper 90. To put them up 3-2.
Using that air roll to get as much power as possible. Very impressive. Just, that's a very minor mechanic that these guys have honed so well. Getting tons of power on that shot.
Yeah, it's something that a lot of players don't really think about when they're starting the game, you know? That air roll in the air, you know, you can still hit the ball without it, but to really get the touch that you're looking for, to have the control over your car, to hit the ball just the way you want it, that's something that these guys have been training a very long time to do.
Yeah, that's one of those big differences between those high-level players and those just starting, just beginners, is that consistency. You might be able to hit an aerial here, play that ball hard there, but these guys can do it every time. No doubt that these guys are able to play that ball how they want to, where they want to.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. It's not even a matter of just hitting the ball, you know? I mean, heck, even I can't hit the ball every time, right? Much less control it and put it where I want to. That's a great pass there, and just slots it past.
Man, making this game interesting right away, bringing it up 3-3 with 18 seconds left. Maybe we'll see a bit of extra gameplay here and some overtime.
You might just see it. I don't know. Not a lot separating these two teams as of yet. Obviously, UW would be up without that unfortunate kickoff goal, and no, they find an opening.
And it is unrelenting right now.
And so many of these shots coming off of those really hard backboard reads. When you're a defender who's on the goal side, it is so difficult to read those shots and beat the offender coming in.
Yeah, very tough for sure.
But yeah, there goes game 1 to UW.
Yeah, I mean, great game 1 there. Very impressive from these two teams. Lots of high speed, high offense from both teams, putting those defenders on their heels and finding those places to slot that ball in. Yeah,
I mean, we're kind of seeing a trend here, which I think is true at pretty much all levels of Rocket League, right? When you're on offense and the ball's coming off of the backboard, the person who's shooting the ball has a way better angle for clearing that, or for shooting that shot, than the defender in net trying to clear it. If you're not already on the wall to defend it, it's just so hard to get up there.
Yeah, and that's why that backboard defense is so important. Being on that backboard, ready to play that ball out, being in the right position at the right time is so important at this high level with the speed of play. You don't have time to react. You don't have time to think about what you're doing. You just need to know it, and you need to have that muscle memory.
I mean, yeah, these players are just working basically off instinct. You know, there's so little time to make decisions in Rocket League. You have like a split second to recognize where the other players are, kind of your own boost, where the ball is going. And all of this is going on like in the matter of like milliseconds, right? Very impressive stuff at this high level.
Yeah, their reaction times are insane. They see that ball moving one direction, they immediately know what to do with it. I mean, I wish I was able to do that.
Yeah, me too, man. But yeah, I think we're going to be taking a short break here before game 2. We'll hope to see you guys there. See you in a bit.
Welcome back from that short break. Thanks for hanging around. We're going to be getting into game 2 here soon. Rojo, what are some things that you saw in game 1 that intrigued you or were interesting to watch?
I mean, all right. Aside from the kickoff goal, obviously, we talked about, right, backboard reads, backboard defense. The offense is always in the advantage state there. And so really whichever team is pounding that backboard more and keeping the other team low on boost, I think is the team that's going to be successful here in the rest of the series.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the things that I preach the most is that unrelenting, just bouncing that ball off the backboard, and the boost stealing will almost always result in a goal. If you can keep taking that boost and keep pounding it off the backboard, there's no chance for those.
It's just a matter of time until that defense breaks down.
Exactly. A matter of time before someone makes a poor rotation, someone's caught with zero boost, or someone's just caught on their heels, not expecting something. It almost always results in a goal.
Yeah, pretty much. We'll have to see if that is still the case, though. Maybe we'll see some surprises as we get here into game 2.
Yeah, let's get it started.
Kickoff there, going in favor of University of Ottawa as he's going for a bit of a ground pinch. Not going to get it, though. Vixie there to read it.
Almost a redirect opportunity here. Nice shot from Vixie.
Yeah, I mean, a good shot to get it on target, honestly, but not enough power on it to beat teams that are at this level of play.
No. And that defender was in a good spot on a good rotation that they were just ready for that ball.
Yeah, I almost want to say that, you know, I respect the attempt, but execution almost ended up being more harm than good. Kind of just giving the ball away to a waiting defender.
Yeah, that's definitely a tough decision to make. I bet it's easier for these guys than for me. But knowing when to slam that ball in for a shot and when not to, when of that is just passing it to the other team and when it's actually helpful.
And of course, there are times where you do just want to clear it out, relieve some pressure, give yourself some time. It's not always a matter of keeping the ball. Sometimes you do have to just get rid of it, but...
Yeah, for sure.
So far, pretty back and forth by both teams, kind of just hitting it forwards, going for a bit of a passing play, getting a shot on target, but then getting saved. Oh, actually, great pinch there by Toby. Wizard here with an opportunity off the wall. Goes for a Doomsy and not going to get it. Defenders there in time.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing a bit more of that back and forth here. It doesn't seem like UW's so caught on their heels out the gate. As I say that, they're in a tough spot reading that ball off the backboard like we've been talking about.
That's exactly the sort of situation that even trips up these high-level players.
Yeah, I mean, it's so tough to read that ball off that backboard that even those pros just find themselves in situations and opportunities where that ball is just almost impossible to read.
Yeah, great bump there, actually. by Toby. Going for the pass into a bump, but unfortunately defense was there already.
It was a bit of an interesting double touch there that resulted in a nice pass upfield.
Yeah, the one issue with that double touch is going for it. You can see, oh, great shot there by Toby.
I did not expect that to go in. It was well placed, and the defender just could not get to that.
Yeah, good power. I don't think they were expecting a shot there, to be honest. I think they probably thought they had control of that ball.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting it either, so I don't blame them.
But yeah, I think one of the things I was talking about earlier with Toby, his double tap off the wall, it does beat the defender, but the downside being he recovered very awkwardly off of that and put himself out of the play for a pretty long time.
That is true, yeah. Something that not everyone thinks about, and it's definitely interesting to think about just how long it takes some players versus those higher level players to get back into the play from something like an aerial. And as I say that, a nice passing play from Ottawa here.
That was a great pass forward into a great shot. I almost want to say that UW was a little bit slow to intercept that. Maybe didn't see the shooter, because I do think I saw one of UW players on the back corner just waiting.
Yeah, I mean,
really challenging that pass.
That's so tough to read. It's just like those backboard plays. The ball is changing direction so quickly that it's hard to tell exactly what's going on. But definitely something you expect these high-level players to recognize and intercept.
I mean, at this high level, you have to know that people are going for passes. Very, very rarely do you see just like a dry shot on target with no build-up play. Up here with a bit of an opportunity. Toby going for a dribble, then to pinch it out to Vixie, popping it up. Toby missing it and that's a hard ball for Wizard to read, but he's gonna get the tap down.
Yeah, very dangerous, those high ones. It looked like multiple UW players caught on weird rotations, just kind of committed to whatever offensive play they had going, and it definitely put them in a dangerous spot.
Looking for an air dribble there, not going to get it after a bump from his teammate, and they're not going to get it past all three UW players. Toby here with a chance off the wall. Do you think there's been a bit of a technical difficulty?
Looks like we've got a bit of tech problem here. We're going to cut to a break here shortly. But we'll keep you entertained here for a little bit. What were you seeing, Roha, that you think is worth talking about?
I mean, so like we said, that first goal coming off of pretty much the same exact situation we've been talking about. Those backboard reads where defenders in the goal and not on the wall. Basically impossible, right? If the shooter is able to get there in time, if the shooter can read that ball correctly, which at this level, more often than not, they will. The defender just really in a bad situation there, really at a disadvantage.
Yeah, I mean, imagine yourself in that car's tires or that person's shoes. It's real tough to make that read and make that play. And the amount of not only being able to read it and understand what's happening, but the mechanical skill that it takes just to get your car to where that ball is going. When those players do make those saves and do recognize that play, it's so impressive to watch.
Yeah. I mean, I think maybe the more impressive offensive plays, though, rather than the backboard reads, are these passing plays that we've been seeing from both teams. As you know, like, passing is really the best way to break down a defense. At the highest level, it's like the only way you can really break down a defense. And I'm wondering, you know, are we going to see either team really start adapting a little bit to these plays? Are they going to start noticing that, you know, this is what they're going for? How do we read that and how do we beat that? Yeah.
I mean, recognizing those plays, understanding what's happening and executing them yourself is very important, because it's one of the only opportunities really to get around those defenders.
Yeah. Anyways, I think we are going to take a short break here. We're going to try to get things back up and running again. Thank you guys for your patience. We'll see you back here in just a little bit.
All right, welcome back. We got it resolved. We're going to be getting right back into where we left off.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Hopefully, I think most of the issues are being sorted out, but regardless of tech, we're going to be showing you guys some great high-level Rocket League.
Yeah, I mean, I'd sit around for any of these games for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Kobe going for a bit of a pass in there, trying to find Vixie. And Ottawa doing a good job of reading that pass, actually. And, you know, that's what we're talking about before, but right before the break.
Yeah, I mean, those passing plays are so important, and getting it around those defenders, really the only way to do that is to find a teammate.
Yeah, very nearly there, an own goal almost for Ottawa. Very threatening shot there, I believe, by Vixie. Passing play opportunity, and Wizard actually stuffs him.
Unlucky there.
Great idea, though. I think those are the kinds of plays we're going to have to see if UW wants to take this game. They are down right now.
A very close and very impressive little dribble passing play there from Ottawa. Reading that ball off of that backboard.
Uh-oh, this
unfortunate pinch here.
Net, maybe. Wizard getting there just in time. Great touch to the outside, too. Not hitting that back in front of his own net.
Yeah, very smart from Wizard there to wait on that. He knew he had the time. He saw that that offensive player from Ottawa hovering in front of that net. He knew if he cleared that directly in front of his own net, the likelihood that that just bounced off of that player and was stuffed into the net was so high. Playing that out was very smart. Maybe we'll get a bit of an offense here.
One more chance, and actually just going to get tapped down there. Game 2 going to the University of Ottawa. And now our series looking 1-1. It's very, very close so far, you know? Looking at these two games, I can't really pick a favorite.
No,
what do you think?
I mean, it's real tough to pick a favorite. The series is 1-1 because the games are so close. These teams are very, very similar play styles that I'm noticing, very aggressive offenses. Ottawa going for lots of off the backboard plays, and UW more just that unrelenting offense that we see from them. So maybe we'll see something open up on the Ottawa defense where UW can get some opportunities to slot a couple of goals in.
I mean, yeah, you know, I think there have definitely been cases in the past where the series score doesn't always reflect how close the games actually are. This is not one of those times. I think this series is very, very close.
Yes.
And I'm very excited to see game 3.
Yeah, I mean, very excited to get into game 3. The two teams playing against each other is so amazing to watch, just how close they are. Lots of good passing plays that we saw from UW that we don't normally see as much from them. Maybe they hear us speaking to them right now, but it's just a bit more of those passing plays is definitely necessary from them.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be looking forward to seeing hopefully more of them in game 3. We'll see you guys here in just a bit. Stay tuned. Just about ready to get going. Just to fill you guys in, if you maybe forgot what's been going on. As you can see, it is 1-1 right now. University of Ottawa just took game 2, and each game very, very close. So we're going to be hoping to see a very exciting game 3.
Yeah, I mean, they've been very close so far. Both teams, good offensive plays. Maybe we need to see a bit more of those team plays from UW. But overall, definitely some good high-level Rocket League.
Mm-hmm. I don't think anyone wants to wait any longer to see some Rocket League. So let's go ahead and get right into game 3.
An interesting kickoff there.
Yeah, honestly, just taking it a little bit slower. When you're in that position, it's honestly not that bad to do that anyways, because you're really just taking a little bit of time gathering your bearings. You know the other team isn't going to be pressuring you that quickly, so... Oh my goodness.
It's definitely a close one there. UW caught on their heels a little bit. We've seen them kind of stuck where they were at in game 1, just feeling a little bit on their heels, a little bit awkward here.
Yeah, that's a dangerous miss by Vixie. Luckily, they get away with it. University of Ottawa very nearly converting on that miss.
Yeah, I mean, Ottawa definitely having a bit of the advantage here with the pressure, the offensive pressure. Hopefully we see UW get a little bit more aggressive here and get it out of their own half a little bit.
Oh, great bump, but Dixie's not there in time to follow up. Toby gonna try to keep it in play. Solis there to pick it up though. And I really like that attack there from UW. Very nearly a goal.
Do you think Toby going for that little touch at the end there, putting himself low on boost, do you think that was a dangerous decision to make, or do you think that was the right one?
I mean, you know, I don't think those two are mutually exclusive. I think that very often a lot of the touches people go for are quite dangerous, but it's a risk-reward scenario, you know? It was a fairly high-risk play to put himself basically out of commission for a few seconds, but the potential reward is a goal there, so I don't blame him for making that choice.
Now we are seeing the ball hover dangerously in front of UW's goal here. Toby with a quick interception, very quick read. It was definitely a dangerous ball there.
Yeah, these players are picking up the pace a little bit. I think they are a bit faster, but they're beaten to it by the University of Ottawa. I do believe that was Hexkey. Yes, it was Hexkey with the goal there.
I would have to guess that I think it was Toby who was under that shot there. It was just low on boost is the only thing I can think of there. And,
I mean, partially is low on boost, but also just that recovering from behind the ball is always much harder.
Yes.
The way that ball was flying, just a very tough ball for him to get to as compared to the shooter there.
Dangerous ball here.
Yeah, I'm not sure I love that touch there at the midfield by UW. Kind of just passed it away and put himself out of commission. Don't remember who it was, but very nearly opened up to a goal.
I definitely think UW is caught in a little bit of a panic here for this first bit of this game. Hopefully we see them come out of it here, and as I say that,
my gosh,
a very nice little doink from Ottawa's offense there. Unfortunate for whoever was on defense there. Just not a tough one to read. I think it was just poor execution, but hopefully they get one back here quickly.
Yeah, maybe he just thought he had a little bit more time to work with. Maybe didn't realize the shooter was there, but you really don't like to see a shot like that going in.
And we see a double commit there. It works out because they pinch it, but I don't know that that's necessarily what they were going for. Toby with a flip reset opportunity.
Going for the flip reset, but as you know, at this level of play, those solo plays are very hard to pull off.
Yeah, that's definitely 2s and 1s more than 3s for sure. Just too many players on the field to have that time to make those plays.
I mean, because, you know, you think about it, of course it's possible to beat a player if there's only one of them.
Oh,
very close there. Vixie here going to have a chance to reignite the counterattack. Wizard controlling the ball, gets it over one. Can he get it past the second? No, he cannot.
I mean, we see lots of good control there. UW picking up that offense and keeping that ball close. And Wizard with a nice thought there, just getting it over that one and maybe looking for a quick chip over that last defender.
Yeah, UW is having a lot of great passing plays right now, but they're just not getting the shots they need, not getting the finishes. And it's costing them.
Nice little fake from Toby there in the corner.
A little under a minute left to play, and UW down 2 goals. This isn't looking great for them.
Definitely anything is possible. We've seen them come back from worse, so hopefully we see a bit of that fire get lit under their butts, and we see a bit more of that execution that we're looking for.
Here they go, going for a passing play, tries to hit Toby. Toby not up in time to collect it, and now they find themselves on the defensive side. A triple commit there for that save too, and I don't know, it doesn't look great for UW. Their comms are not looking like they're as good as they should be.
Definitely we're seeing a couple of double commits and triple commits here towards the end of this game as they're getting to that panic mode of needing to score these goals before they get themselves down in that series.
Yeah, great placement there actually. Very nearly goes in. Going for that near post on the ground.
Ooh, I don't even know what happened there.
Yeah, not entirely sure. They're going to take one for the road though, and I don't know, all of a sudden the series doesn't look so close anymore.
Yeah,
that was a very convincing performance.
I really don't know what happened to UW there. Something changed, some attitude just kind of fell away there because they were definitely on their heels more at the beginning of the game, and at the end of the game they were not nearly as coordinated as we've seen them be for the first couple of games of this series.
I mean, yeah, normally UW, a very offensive team, very good at building up possession out of their backfield, getting it up to their players and finding each other for those passing plays. We're not seeing a lot of that. And, you know, I think we have seen this with UW before. They can really start to panic and scramble on defense. And I think University of Ottawa doing a great job of seeing that and exploiting that. Yeah, just really strong offensive performance by them so far.
Yeah, I mean, normally people are saying that the best offense is a good defense, but UW definitely has the opinion that a good defense comes from a really good offense, because they do not like to be in that defensive position. They like to have the offensive pressure and the offensive possession. So when we see them start to get a little bit of their own medicine, they definitely panic and scramble a lot more than we would want them to.
I mean, yeah, look, like what I'll say on that is you can have the best defense in the world, but if you never score a goal, how are you ever going to win, right? They could never score on you, but if you never score on them, I don't know. You're just not eventually, you know?
Yeah, definitely a good point. Definitely need to see a couple more goals when we get back from this short break.
Yeah, we'll see you soon.
Welcome back from that short break. We're going to be getting into the next game here. First couple of games here, we saw the first two games very close, very evenly matched from both teams. Lots of good offensive plays from Ottawa. Lots of good offensive plays from UW. There's no way that you could say one was better than the other. But in game 3, we saw it kind of slip away from UW there. What were you thinking, Andrew?
I mean, I don't know. It could be a combination of a lot of things. The comms looked like they might have been a little confused. Definitely a bit of panic on defense, and also just great execution by University of Ottawa. You know, seeing their gaps and exploiting them, really exploiting those weaknesses and vulnerabilities.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they're going to be going into this next game with all the momentum there. Pretty dominant 3-0 for University of Ottawa in the last game. So we're going to have to see just how this game 4 plays out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone wants to wait anymore. We've waited enough, so let's get into this next game.
Yeah. Early kickoff is going to be played off to the side. University of Washington here getting a bit of a counterattack opportunity, but this is a great passing play by University of Ottawa.
Oh my.
Great save by Wizards, but it's not enough.
You can't even be mad that that went in. An amazing play from Ottawa there. A nice redirect off the wall. A very nice pass. We saw Wizard almost get the save there, but it just wasn't enough.
I mean, that's the issue in threes, you know. That was a 2-person passing play by Ottawa. And a very good one at that. University of Washington able to get the save, but that third player lying in wait, waiting for that mistake to come through.
Oof, dangerous ball rolling in front of UW's goal here. Ottawa looks like caught on a weird rotation there. Maybe a player stuck in net.
Yeah, it looked like maybe a poor recovery, but...
Dangerous ball for Ottawa here. Not able to execute quite.
The ball kind of just bouncing perilously in front of net and no one really getting to it. Oh, great pre-flip there by J-Chan. Right now, you know, it is looking pretty even. I am not seeing a clear, better team at the moment.
It seems like we're getting a nice shot from Dixie there. It seems like we're getting game 1 and 2 UW back. They're definitely back in the headspace, it seems like. Not as panicky as we were seeing them, and hopefully that carries forward.
Great shot opportunity there for University of Ottawa, but they're not going to be able to convert. Defense is back in time. And, you know, one of the things I do want to mention, sorry to cut you off there. One of the things I do want to mention is, you know, Rocket League, typically a pretty low-scoring game at the higher levels. You're not going to see many goals, but there's another one there for Hexq.
A very nice shot, well placed with lots of power. Really tough for that defender to get to that with that much speed on it.
With that much speed on it and at that distance from the goal, all the defender can really do is try to guess. No reaction is possible, but my goodness, Wizard, how did that one go in?
I mean, just a nice play there. A solo play from Wizard, too. I don't know if you saw that, but it looked like Toby gave Vixie a little bump as a speed boost to get to their...
Oh, and another!
Wow! Very nice shot from Wizard there. Read off the wall, it looked like. Just placing that right where those defenders couldn't get it.
Yeah, guess they heard me saying that Rocket League tends to not be a very high-scoring game, and really just felt like proving me wrong today. Wanted me to look stupid, so appreciate that one, guys.
Yeah, I mean, I will back you up and say that that high-level Rocket League is definitely low scoring. So for those of you who don't watch much high-level Rocket League, don't play the game that much, this is very, doesn't happen very often. You don't see these high-scoring games from what we saw in Game 1 and Game 2 and now Game 4.
I mean, I think this is just the sign that these two teams both really strong on offense, really able to find the holes in the defense and exploit them.
A ceiling shot opportunity from Toby here. Oh. Just love to see something like that get executed well enough to result in a goal.
Yeah, and you know, like we said, very often those solo plays, very fun to watch, but often not enough to beat teams anymore. At least not teams of 3.
Yeah, I mean, in 1s and 2s, those solo plays, you can beat 1 or 2 guys with a good flip reset, a good ceiling shot, but 3 players on good rotations, it's so tough to get it past all 3.
Especially now that people have kind of learned how to defend against some of these more advanced tactics. You know, way back when it was first coming out, ceiling shot, no one knew how to defend against it. But nowadays, you know, a very common weapon in most players' like arsenals. And
yeah, I mean,
knowing how to react.
Didn't expect that one. Came out of nowhere.
That was perfect placement, actually.
Yeah, right.
Literally the only spot he could have put that.
I mean, I didn't expect such a nice shot. UW didn't seem like they were in a rough spot defensively. It was just very
oh my goodness. University of Ottawa is just not letting up.
If there's one thing that University of Ottawa has shown tonight, it is that they know how to read that ball off the backboard and they know how to execute those plays.
Yeah, those shots off the backboard are killing UW here. Their defenders just aren't getting up in time. And University of Ottawa, perfect placement with so many shots, top bin after top bin, making it so difficult for the defenders.
Yeah, I mean, lots of times, especially this game, we're seeing UW in the right spot. It's just Ottawa's placing it in such tough spots to get to that it isn't working out for UW.
I mean, you know, there is like this idea, right, that at some point it's literally an unsavable ball. That the offense could just play it so well that there's nothing the defense can do. And I feel like we're maybe starting to see a little bit of that. These shots being put in such a perfect location. UW really just not able to get to those in time.
Now, UW with a good opportunity to get it out of their own half. Ottawa getting 2 players stuck in their net. But it doesn't seem like they're able to capitalize.
Yeah, and about half a minute left here in this game. UW on their game point.
A dangerous double commit there.
You know, with what we're seeing right now, this isn't going to be enough for UW to take this victory or to come back even. You know, they're holding on for now, but they are down a goal and they don't have much time to score.
And with multiple players low on boost here, not much opportunity to get that ball out of their half.
Especially, you know, they don't have much choice, but putting the balls high like that really just bleed themselves of boost. Because they're forcing their own players to go up with what limited boost they have. Time is out there. Wizard can't collect it.
And ball drops. I mean, definitely a much better showing from UW in Game 4. We don't see them as panicky. They were definitely more collected and in a better headspace. They probably talked about it in between games and kind of got that focus back. What do you think they need to do here to bring it back in the next game?
I do think that was the series, actually.
Oh, yeah, that is my bad. I thought it was 2-2, but I think that is the series.
Yeah, that's 3-1 to University of Ottawa. GG's to them. Very well played.
I guess it was so hard for me to recognize that happened because the games were so close. It's really hard to tell what went on.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't have been surprised if that was a Game 5 because honestly, with the exception of Game 3, that was a very close series. I think it definitely could have gone either way.
Yeah, and I mean, we saw a much better performance from UW there in Game 4, bringing the pressure, and I think really it could have gone in their favor. Those Ottawa goals just so well executed, really tough to save. And UW definitely was in a position to come out of that game on top, and it just didn't seem like they got there.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think that their play styles are very similar. And really, it was just a question of which team was able to adapt a little bit better. Maybe get, you know, there is a little bit of luck involved maybe with some of those 50s. But yeah, overall, I think very close set. Could have gone either way, but GG's to Ottawa. I think they were the better team at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, thank you for Ottawa for showing up and playing so well tonight. UW played well too. And with that, I think we're going to end Rocket League for the night. We're going to switch over to Overwatch against Northwood University.
Yeah. Thank you guys for joining us. My name is Roha or Rohasshiki or Andrew.
And my name is Caleb or Hydra. And thanks for joining us. Let's get into Overwatch.
Yep. See you guys next time.